My name is Ann, and I'm a stay-at-home mom of four from Missouri. My oldest, now 11, was a fourth-generation Girl Scout for grades 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Given the fun I had had as a Girl Scout, and that my daughter was invited to join Girl Scouts by a flyer sent home in her weekly parish school folder, I didn't hesitate to sign her up. Her troop experience was everything I could have ever hoped for. An absolutely fabulous leader who organized a variety of activities that focused on learning, service, and faith. I was shocked then, almost to the point of disbelief, to discover troubling activities and organizations that Girl Scouts was involved in, and involving my daughter in as a registered, dues-paying Girl Scouts member. I did some research and had conversations with representatives at the local and national levels. Despite their attempts to reassure me that my concerns were based only on misinformation, I ultimately found the vast spectrum of documented concerns regarding the Girl Scout organization too much at odds with the faith and values my husband and I were trying to instill in our daughter. And so we sadly pulled her out of Girl Scouts and explained in very simple terms that in our family, the sanctity of human life takes precedence over any extracurricular activity, even if that activity includes other good elements. Ironically, making the hard decision to pull my daughter out of an organization who promised to build her into a girl of character has given her a very real opportunity to live her faith with true conviction. That is the character I hope to build in my daughter. I'd like to share some of the issues of concern that caused me to pull my daughter out of Girl Scouts. Information presented is documented and verifiable. This video will provide documentation as it goes along, but for a closer look, or to view at your own pace, please visit girlscoutswhynot.com or speaknowgirlscouts.com to view a documentation guide in PDF format. You heard Madeline describe some of the problems in the Girl Scouts curriculum. The truth is, the curriculum problems are the tip of the iceberg, the visible sign of a larger, deeper problem, that the Girl Scouts have aligned themselves with the reproductive rights community, and through their partnerships, relationships, and memberships, the Girl Scouts promote teen contraception and abortion rights. For example, the Girl Scouts membership in and $1 million annual contribution to the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts is a huge source of concern. Girl Scouts USA is a founding member of the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, more commonly referred to as WAGs. A variety of Girl Scout USA's own publications, including their annual report published in 2011, refer to the WAGs membership that each individual Girl Scout enjoys. In fact, there is a special spot right over every Girl Scout's heart on every Girl Scout uniform that is reserved exclusively for the WAGs pin. The relevance of the WAGs pin is explained to Girl Scouts as young as 5, known as daisies. Daisy leaders are encouraged to inform the girls that their WAGs pin symbolizes that they are members of WAGs. Girl Scouts USA is even helpful enough to include this pin in a pre-packaged starter kit of essentials. While there are 145 WAGs member organizations around the world, Girl Scouts USA's roughly 3 million registered members makes up nearly 1/3 of WAGs' 10 million registered members in total. Of all the WAGs member organizations, Girl Scouts USA is by far the largest and provides the most funding. WAGs assesses a quota to each member organization based upon the number of members each organization registers. This amount that Girl Scouts USA pays to WAGs is consistently between $1 and $2 million annually. Girl Scout USA's yearly membership numbers are determined by the total number of individual registration forms and dues collected. So, the more registered Girl Scouts, the more money Girl Scouts USA pays to WAGS in its annual membership quota. Whatever the source of these payments to WAGS, the money is available to pay this quota, in large part because so many of Girl Scout USA's expenses are covered by the tens of millions of dollars in dues and licensing fees that Girl Scouts USA collects every year from the girls who are members. And really, doesn't all the money come from essentially the same pot? I was stunned to discover that WAGS actively promotes positions on reproductive and sexual rights issues that are completely contrary to my family's strong pro-life convictions. WAGS has created specific recommendations for all governments and civil societies in order to improve the status of girls throughout the world. One of the two main areas of focus of these recommendations is educating and training girls, especially on sexual and reproductive health. WAG regularly participates in conferences on a variety of topics that might affect girls throughout the world. The statement created at one such meeting is highlighted on WAGS's website, which includes demands that all young women around the world have access to abortion services and emergency contraception. In June 2012, WAGS and their 24 girl delegates participated in the Rio 20 United Nations Climate Change Conference. According to the WAGS website, one of WAGS's key messages for Rio 20 was to support comprehensive sexuality education programs and universal access to reproductive health services as part of a holistic approach to sustainable development. Watch this WAGS delegate from the Rio 20 event share that she's completed her training at Rio 20 and express her eagerness to represent WAGS's 10 million members.
Hi, I'm Maggie. I'm from the UK. I'm really excited to be here. We've just finished our training for Rio Plus 20 and we can't wait to start representing our 10 million members.
A WAGS delegate who was chosen to be part of a panel at a recent UN climate change conference stated that, as a representative of 10 million Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, she was there to advocate for WAGS's mission to empower girls and young women around the world, of which sexual and reproductive rights play an important role. Included in her comments was the fact that WAGS educates girls on these topics through a variety of non-formal education projects. I'd like to share excerpts from this WAGS delegate's speech.
I'm here at COP16 as a part of the WAGS delegation, that is World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. And I represent 10 million members in 145 countries, all females of all ages. We know that women are the most affected by climate change, and we are here to make the world leaders understand that we need to invest in girls and young women to stop climate change. Also, they need to be taken into account in the text of the UNFCCC, as well as in the negotiations. Our mission as an organization is to empower girls and young women around the world. That is one way to make them be agents of change in terms of also climate change. We have realized that sexual and reproductive health rights play an important role in this. We need to provide a safe space for girls to openly discuss the issues of STIs and contraception to give them the possibility of choosing their own lifestyle. Therefore, we are carrying out a range of projects around the world with the aim of educating the girls on these topics through non-formal education. In these projects, it is important for us that the girls themselves are involved in designing the programs and carrying out the activities. In this way, they can act as role models to their peers.
One example of a non-formal education project is WAGS's HIV/AIDS program, designed to raise awareness and mobilize action among WAG's 10 million members. This program states that Girl Scouts around the world are advocating for all girls to be able to make decisions on their sexual and reproductive health, and that all girls must have access to male and female condoms. WAG's HIV/AIDS curriculum and badges are available to all Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. Suggested activities for the AIDS badge include contacting a sexual health and family planning clinic or agency to arrange a visit, or to invite an employee to speak at a troop meeting. The activity is instructed to include condom information as well as a demonstration with a suitable object on how to use a condom. Another Girl Scouts USA award tied to WAGs is the Global Action Award. For this award, troop leaders are instructed to emphasize to the girls how they are a part of the 10 million members of WAGs, all working together to achieve the same important goals. Some suggested activities to earn the Global Action Award include learning more about teen pregnancies and educating others about HIV/AIDS. On February 22nd of every year, millions of Girl Scouts throughout America connect to their sister Girl Guides and Girl Scouts around the world by participating in World Thinking Day. On this day, girls are instructed to participate in activities and projects with global themes as a reminder that Girl Scouts are part of a global scouting community. To assist leaders and girls plan their troop celebrations, Girl Scouts USA has a World Thinking Day tour available on their website. This tour, which is identified as a wonderful resource for World Thinking Day and every other day, connects girls to various WAGs websites by one simple click. One such resource is an HIV presentation entitled Sex is Love, Do It Safely, Don't Be Silly, Wrap Your Willy. This illustrated guide includes ways you can become infected, such as not using a condom, and ways you cannot, such as mutual masturbation. Girl Scouts and troops who participate in World Thinking Day are strongly encouraged to make a monetary contribution to WAG's World Thinking Day Fund. Girl Scouts in the United States contribute to the World Thinking Day Fund by making monetary donations to the Juliet Low World Friendship Fund. Individual girls can send contributions directly to Girl Scouts USA to be added to the Juliet Low World Friendship Fund throughout the year. Troops are encouraged to send their World Thinking Day monetary donations to their local councils, who will batch and send them on to Girl Scouts USA's Juliet Low World Friendship Fund. Every local council makes a contribution to the Juliet Low World Friendship Fund every year. Girl Scouts USA donates $100,000 of the Juliet Low World Friendship Fund to WAG's World Thinking Day Fund annually. In addition, tens of thousands of dollars from the Juliet Low World Friendship Fund are allocated to other WAG's related expenditures each year as well. WAG's identifies World Thinking Day as its main fundraising event and regards the World Thinking Day Fund as a vital source to achieve its strategic objectives and mission. These WAG's objectives that are funded through the World Thinking Day Fund include non-formal education programs like the AIDS Badge, member organization projects, and assistance to help grow and share the WAG's movement around the world. Do American Girl Scouts know that World Thinking Day funds are being used to fund WAG's Girl Delegates training and advocacy for sexual and reproductive rights for youth? The following WAG's explanation confirms that World Thinking Day funds are used to teach effective advocacy and give girls a platform to speak from. Platforms like the ones we explored earlier. the United Nations Climate Change Conference, and the Commission on the Status of Women event, which advocated for safe, affordable, accessible abortion and sexual rights for youth. When I pulled my daughter's brownie vest out of her memory box recently, I was horrified to discover that not only had I sewn on the 3 World Thinking Day patches that she had earned, but there was a Juliet Low World Friendship Fund patch on her vest as well. This patch program is specially promoted within my local council and is available through other councils as well. To earn the Juliet Low World Friendship Fund patch, troops may choose from a variety of activities that are designed to increase their awareness of international issues. While troops have a number of activities to choose from, a requirement to earn the patch is a monetary contribution to the Juliet Low World Friendship Fund. Girls can add segments to the patch every year by making additional contributions to the Juliet Low World Friendship Fund. My daughter earned the patch and 2 additional segments, signifying 3 separate financial contributions that she made to WAGS. Given the controversy that seems to always surround the topics of sexuality, abortion, and contraception, why does WAGS advocate so strongly in word and deed for these topics? Why not redirect these resources and the desire to improve the lives of young girls and women into areas that we could all support, like literacy, or clean water, or prenatal care? Relationships of concern go beyond Girl Scout USA's membership to WAGS. In a 2010 published overview, the International Planned Parenthood Federation touts a close partnership with WAGS. Girl Scouts USA continues to allow each regional council the freedom to partner with its local Planned Parenthood affiliate. Here are a few examples. Planned Parenthood of Western New York lists Girl Scouts of Western New York among community partners working to prevent teen pregnancy and spreading the message of prevention. Girl Scouts New York Penn Pathways Council partners with Planned Parenthood on its Real Life, Real Talk campaign, whose goal is to ensure that young people have adequate information and services to enable them to make healthy sexual choices. Councils have been partnering with Planned Parenthood for years. This 2003 flyer advertising a workshop for 10 to 15-year-olds on dating, love, sex, and HIV was co-sponsored by Texas Girl Scout Council and Planned Parenthood. Questionable partnerships are not just limited to Planned Parenthood. I think most Girl Scouts would be as surprised as I was to discover Girl Scout USA's involvement in the international group Coalition for Adolescent Girls. Through this coalition, Girl Scouts USA collaborates with other coalition members, including numerous pro-abortion organizations like international abortion provider Marie Stopes. The coalition advocates for youth comprehensive sex ed, contraception, and abortion, all without parental consent, as a means to fight poverty. I have yet to understand why Girl Scouts USA is a part of this group and what this agenda has to do with scouting. The following are action items proclaimed by this Girl Scout-supported organization. The Coalition's agenda for global action includes the requirement that adolescent maternal health care should include family planning and abortion-related care. The Coalition features an action agenda called Girls Count. This report includes strategic, concrete action items for policymakers, donors, development professionals, and the private sector to effectively implement change. The report states that girls should have access to a full range of sexual, reproductive, and health services support. The Coalition's featured report, called Start with a Girl, promotes contraception access for girls, stating that when girls overcome barriers of contraception access, such as requiring permission from parents, nearly all contraceptive methods that are appropriate for older women are safe for girls, except for contraceptive sterilization. The report goes on to explain that although emergency contraception is available in most countries in the world, data shows that knowledge and use remain low in almost all developing countries, and that young women do not have easy access to this important second chance method of contraception. These concerns are not directed at troop leaders in any way. If my daughter could have been just a member of her troop, she'd still be a Girl Scout. But her membership and the money that she contributed through registration, cookie sales, and other financial contributions was counted in and helped to fund the national and international Girl Scouting organizations. And that, for me, is where significant concerns can be found. Now that you've learned about Girl Scouts concerning relationships, I encourage you to watch part 3 of this video series. In this short 5-minute clip, you'll hear Mickey, the dad of a former Girl Scout, share his concerns. Mickey offers action items explaining how each of us can share the truth about the Girl Scouts' harmful curriculum and relationships.